Shalom, my name is Silvia, and I am a guide in Israel for more than 30 years. Together with Terra Dei, a pilgrim agency that has brought thousands of pilgrims to Jerusalem and the Holy Land, we invite you to participate in our virtual tours to Jerusalem and the Holy Land. And we invite you to participate in this tour that we have made specially for Easter, where we are going to follow Jesus' steps from Galilee to Jerusalem on his last journey to Jerusalem. It was the time of Passover for the Jews. And as John tells us, the Passover of the Jews was at hand, and people from everywhere were coming to Jerusalem to purify themselves before the Passover. Passover is one of the three feasts of pilgrimage for the Jews, and it reminds us of the exit of the Israelites from Egypt from slavery to the liberty and to the promised land. And it is the feast where Jews expect the Messiah, the salvation. This is the map that shows us the last journey of Jesus from Galilee to Jerusalem, where he will leave Capernaum by the Sea of Galilee. He will pass through Galilee, through a part of Samaria, and he will go beyond the Jordan River. Where he will stay some weeks, and then he will cross again the Jordan River by Jericho, and from Jericho he will start his last step of his journey towards Jerusalem. So he will be in Judea beyond the Jordan River, where Jesus left the Galilee, this area of the Sea of Galilee, and he went on the other side of the Jordan River, and once more crowds gathered around him, and once more he taught them as he always did. People asked him questions, and one of the questions was, is it right for a husband to divorce his wife? And the answer of Jesus was, let no one separate what God has joined. Many children came to him, and he said, don't stop them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Whoever does not receive the kingdom of the God like a child will not enter it. The Jews were waiting for the Messiah, but they were waiting also to enter into the kingdom of God, into the kingdom of heavens. So Jesus crosses the Jordan River, and the Jordan River, the Jordan Valley, is today the border between Israel and Jordan. And Jesus leaves the area of the Sea of Galilee. He comes to this area of the Jordan Valley, where we see together, where we see today the border between Israel on this side and Jordan on the other side. He will stay some weeks beyond the Jordan River, and he will cross again, and he will enter into Jericho. He will see in Jericho the Tell of Jericho. Tell is a mountain formed of different levels of civilizations. Uh, he would know, or he would remember that it was in Jericho, in this area, where Joshua and the children of Israel entered from the from their journey of 40 years in the desert, after they left Egypt, and they crossed the Jordan River and they entered to Jericho, who would be the first city that Joshua and the children of Israel will conquer, after after surrounding the walls of Jericho during 7 days, and and afterwards 7 times on the seventh day, and then the walls of Jericho came trembling down. Jesus would see also this mountain that we call today the Mount of Temptation. Of course, he wouldn't have seen this monastery, which is called the Monastery of Carantal, as according to tradition, this was the place where Jesus spent 40 days after he was baptized, and 40 days in the desert after he was baptized, and he was tempted by the devil. That's why it is called the mountain of temptation. So we can see here the tale of Jericho,